Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Another month is about to end at the end of today. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us. Today is Monday, July 31st, 2023. Welcome to the Conversations with Michael, William, and I. My name is Julie Nguyen. I am coming to you from Orange County, California. And my dear friend Michael is coming to us from Canada. Let's have Michael say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. It seems like forever, Julie. It seems like it's been such a long time. But it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure being with you.
Thank you so much, Michael. Yes, absolutely. It's been like a long time. I know we only stopped last week because you were traveling. We were, involving with families and stuff like that. But so good to be back, everyone. So good to be here. Now, the first thing I wanted to bring up in our conversation today is our new website theme. I mean, Michael, by looking at our website, the images, the meaning of each images, the information, the design, really give us a comprehensive idea of what's coming ahead of us. Well, it is the access to one-stop solutions to take us to our next level of success. What do you say to that, Michael?
Absolutely. When I first saw it, I was like, wow, it just pops out at you. It grabs your attention. I can see a lot of visitors, like staying on the page, right, and engaging with the content that's there. And that is wonderful because a lot of times you go onto, whatever website and there's nothing there that's pulling you, trying to keep you there. It's just the same thing over and over again. So you're so conditioned into seeing that. Yet this was very refreshing to see. This is probably, it may be my favorite. If it's not my favorite, it's probably right up there, Julie, because there's been so many. But this one's right up there, that's for sure.
Absolutely, Michael. And as we go further into our website, we can feel the success, that it's coming. We feel the hard work. I mean, success isn't just an overnight thing. It's hard work. It's full of sacrifice, and we have to start it somewhere. And ONPASSIVE started over 5 years ago, and at that time is the vision, the hardship. I mean, all of that going. And that's why I want to bring up the next point, Michael, and everyone who's currently following with ONPASSIVE, social media, YouTube, everywhere, that ONPASSIVE is having a contest, right? Where everybody can involve. And that you can win thousands and thousands of dollars. And supposedly it ends today, but they have extended into August 6th, 2023, which is this year. Now, if you're on the borderline of wanting to open a business, you needed some fun for your business, this is a great opportunity to get started. This is a great opportunity to be involved in something really big, which is ONPASSIVE. Now, that is the reason why we call our conversation today, Michael, is the next level of success. Everybody who have involved in a business, own a business before, we all know that we have clients, we have customers, right? Whether or not if you are a small business, medium business, or large business, big company, we always are talking about either customer, client, or consumer. So, Michael, let's help all of us to kind of like define those terms and what are those term means in ONPASSIVE.
Yeah, absolutely, Julie. So we know most people, you're used to the word customer, right? Like walk into a store, you buy something, you're a customer, right? A customer can be someone that's just a one-time transaction. Customer, you could have repeat customers, right? Where someone comes into your store or to your place of business multiple times. The term client, although they are interchangeable, right? But the term client usually is more someone of a loyal customer, someone where you're actually providing a service to them and they're giving you a payment for that. And you certainly want to have your client over and over and over, meaning repeat business all the time. But again, people can use either terms. I think client is a little bit more on the formal side of things. And you find that larger businesses will talk about clients, especially when it's a personal service that's being provided, such as a lawyer, could have client. They don't normally say they have customers, right? So that's how people can easily differentiate the two. But in ONPASSIVE, we like to use the term users. Why? Because we're looking for people that will use our products. So users is very fitting a terminology for that, right? Yes, it's still a customer. Yes, it's still a client, but we certainly want to have active customers, active clients, people who are engaged, people who are coming because of what we have to offer, right, in the way of products. People want to use the products to help them, engage in their own particular business and so on. So those are the three terms, if you wish: customer, client, users. But you certainly could use them either way, just that it depends on the nature of your business, the nature of your service, as to which one you will use. But here in ONPASSIVE, we will use the term users because that's exactly what our customers and our clients are. They will be utilizing our products over and over and over again.
Absolutely, Michael. And so in our conversation today, instead of using customer, clients, or consumer, we are from now on, we'll be using the term users. As we all know, users' informations are so important. It is really the essential key to any business nowadays. There are so many ways that we're trying to do. We communicate with our users every day, whether or not through apps, through social media, but having the essential, having the accurate information is so important. Having those information really will help us, making decisions, using the facts and the figures that we receive will help us make that decision. And successful businesses so far that we've seen since the beginning of day until now, it's really truly depend on the data that we're receiving from our users, whether or not, we are creating ourselves. It's really crazy how important data is. So important. Michael, do you want to talk a little bit about how data or how users' informations are so important to businesses nowadays?
Well, I mean, we can, a really good example would be Facebook, right? Facebook makes its money primarily because of the data it has, pulled together from people, and people voluntarily gave all this information, right? People create a page and they post everything about themselves, and so that information can then be used to sell in the case of Facebook, by way of advertising, to businesses and individuals out there. And we know the billions upon billions of money that particular company, takes in, right, as a result of what? Just people's information, right? So you can see that it is big business. Now, unfortunately, a lot of these companies, they abuse people's information. They sell you information without your permission. They share your information without your permission, and so on. Usually there has to be some sort of consent, right? You have to be able to, provide some form of application or something to people so that they can now consent, say, yes, I consent to have my information shared, etc. Right? It's very, very important. We have to protect our information. We can't just randomly give it away, but yet we do. Something as simple as an email address. Okay, people use that and they sell it over and over and over again, and they make billions of dollars doing just that. Right? So it's very, very important. And here in ONPASSIVE, The idea is to protect people's privacy, and by doing so, you're able to verify every single user, Julie, right? You're able to verify the information, and that now becomes, a huge market in itself, in that when someone, wants to advertise, for example, through ONPASSIVE, right? They know that the visitor, the people that they're advertising to, are real. They're not bots, they're not fake information, but it's real. Why? Because that data has been verified. So we know that when we start to look at the different products and tools that ONPASSIVE has to offer, we can see how data is going to be such an important role, and not just us who are in already, but we're talking about the public at large. We're talking about the potential users, the billions of users that will come, how important that is going to be able to verify each of these individuals. And then also when you create your own social media platform, your own community, etc., you'll know exactly who you're engaged with, because again, their information will also be verified, as opposed to a lot of the fake data that we know that's out there, that people utilize. So we want to have a clean environment, and that's exactly what ONPASSIVE will provide to the marketplace.
Absolutely, Michael. It's really important that we have the true data, the true information, and having, though, truly our businesses lies on the stability of our business, or the continuations of our business. It's really based on the data, the correct information that we receive. It really empower for us to create not only more businesses, right, but we also create more prospects, give us generate more profits. We can literally, if having those correct information data, we can literally forecast the future's trend. We can give more power to the operational effort that we have, and also we yield more profit, right? We have the flexibility in our business, and for us as the operational of our business, we have more freedom, more free time in our hands. So it's really important to have the accurate data. So funny you mentioned about the platform FB that we are, a lot of us are in it. I've been in it for a while. How many of those friends, in my friend list, 5,000 people, that's a limitation. How many of those friends, or we call it client customers, are actually real people? And I'm glad you brought up the verification of the real human being, based on the information that we talked about. So let's talk about how is having correct data will help our business.
Well, absolutely, Julie. Remember now, to make money, it's all about sales, right? You have to sell something, right? And so who are you going to sell that something to, right? Who is it that's looking for your products and services? So if you have correct information about an individual, about a company, then you know what it is that they're looking for. You know what it is that you have that you can offer that person, right? If you know that someone is looking for cars, let's say, okay, that's good information. So you're not going to try and sell them, clothing, right? You're not going to try and sell them food, because what they're looking for is cars. Okay. Now you can deep dive into that, right? By now knowing, okay, well, no, they're not looking for a Ford, as an example. So therefore, I'm not trying to sell them a Ford. Okay. If they say, oh, we're looking for a BMW. Okay. So now it's even more targeted, right? Because now it went from cars, and now we're talking about a specific, make of car, right? So then we can go down even into the model of the vehicle. Maybe they're not looking for an SUV, so they don't want an X5, right? Maybe they're looking something, like a little speed to it, so they want maybe an M5. So you know what I mean? So you can narrow down. The more information you can gather about a potential user, right, is you can narrow that information down. And so if your target, becomes closer and closer and closer to trying to get exactly what this person is looking for, so then you can provide it to them. Because if you do that, Julie, you're almost guaranteed a sale. It's never guaranteed, but it's almost guaranteed the more target that particular potential user is, right? So that's important, right? And then when you're trying to provide that type of target marketing to businesses, that's what they're looking for, right? Because the business themselves, they're going to have their own criteria as what they're looking for. And so you're trying to match the two. Okay, these are the users that we have. This is what you're looking for. You're my client. I'm trying to provide you the best service. So therefore, I want to bring the two together, right, as closely matched as possible. So then it becomes a win-win, right? The end user is happy, right? The client that you have as that particular business, they're happy because they're getting the users that they're looking for, right? And the end user is getting the product that they're looking for, right? And so on. So it's very, very important that we have as accurate information as possible from both sides of the fence. No one wants to waste your time, right? So if I'm looking for something, I don't want to see 10 things that I'm not even interested in. It's like walking to the store as a lady, let's say, and you're trying to, buy a dress, right? And they're showing you everything in the store except what you really want, right? Like no one wants to waste their time, right? You're looking for, purses, handbags, right? Same idea. They're showing you everything else, but not what you're actually looking for. As opposed to, oh, you're looking for some handbags, and now they're showing you a variety of handbags, right? So you want to be able to narrow down the scope, right, of what you have to offer to pinpoint exactly what that person is looking for. And then that's how you increase the potential to make that sale, right? Because sometimes, even after you show them everything that they want, but you said you wanted this, I provided it to you, and then for whatever reason, you backed out, right? I'll give you a quick example, right? Again, you have a home, you have to redo the roof, etc., right? Okay, so you get different contractors come out, they give you a quote. Okay, this one is the cheapest, this one costs the most, right? This one over here, the service, the particular product they're using, all these different factors come into play. So you're not necessarily going to get the one that's the cheapest. You're not necessarily going to buy the one that's the most expensive either, right? But you're going to combine all these factors together, right? And then decide which one you want. Okay, so the person, right, or the company that can provide you exactly what you're looking for, that's the one that you're going to go with, right? And so that's exactly how business works in the real world, right? And so we have artificial intelligence that's going to help define and put together exactly what companies will be looking for, Julie. And that is big bucks that comes behind that. It really does. And so when people start to understand what this whole business is about and how it's being put together and what it's going to do for us in the long run, again, you can't be nothing short of being excited because the possibilities are unlimited, Julie.
Absolutely, Michael. While listening to you, I'm really thinking about the real estate, career as a real estate agent, a broker. You don't want to take them to the houses that they don't want. You have to collect some information of what your client wants, right? The zip code, the style, how big, how many bedroom, how many bathrooms. You got to do that. And now truly, really thinking about the path, real estate path that we both, I'm an agent. You've done in real estate, you've done that, and you're looking for those clients. But really, it's boiled down to CATMO, right? Boiled down to you have the complete system, right? Automatically done, all of automatically already getting ready, done deal, get it done for you, and deliver targeted traffic. This is what we're talking about here. Is we minimize all the crazy, all the what's unnecessarily stuff, but we're focusing on the targeted traffic. And the best part of it is with ONPASSIVE, we have the ability to build the entire business right on what we have, the user's positions, or, as a customer, we could do resales of the product. That is essential, for a business, no matter whether or not you are in ONPASSIVE as just strictly for usability, or are you in ONPASSIVE to build your business an entire new career, entire new business. You have all the tools and all of the services ready at the tip of your finger. And that's why it is so important. Take a look at our website. All of that has indicate the essential steps that is coming up for us. I'm excited, Michael.
This right now, the age that we're living in is so heavy data driven, right? Everything is about information, right? And every single company is trying to get as much information about you as possible. Sometimes I have to ask them, well, why, because most people don't read the fine print, right? I like to read the fine print, Julie. And so I'll see the name of a company mixed in. I'm like, well, what does that company has to do with the transaction I'm trying to conduct right now, right? And again, because they want to share that information with these other people, just in case, maybe you don't buy from them or whatever the case may be, right? But they have another way, a back door, right, to still make money, okay? Because believe it or not, they do share your information with others, okay? And it's usually in the fine print, right? And as I said, most people don't read it, but it's usually there. And you check the box and you sign off, okay, no problem, right? And then you start to get, all this marketing, whether it's a phone call, whether it's emails, whether it's flyers at your door, okay, how to get all my information? Like, how did they know, that I was looking for windows, or I was looking for a roof, or I was looking for a car, or whatever it is? You understand? So it's the world that we're in right now is filled with that, and especially with artificial intelligence coming on the scene, it's taking it to another level, right? And this is why with ONPASSIVE we have AI infused technology in all our products, right? Because that is the future, and billions upon billions of dollars will be made, but using data the right way. See, this is the difference. Using it the right way, getting permission, everything permission based, right? Not just spamming people, not just, selling information that you shouldn't be selling, because it's not necessary. Right? That does not have to be your model, right? You could make billions of dollars by selling real products in a clean environment, right? And that's what ONPASSIVE is about, right? Is to be able to provide products and services to the end users that they will be happy with, right? Being able to provide more value than is needed, right? And to be cost effective, right? And so if you can do all of that, and make it in an automated fashion, it's a complete win-win for everyone that's involved, right? From the users themselves to the affiliates to the company, right? The various businesses that partners with us. It's a complete win-win, Julie. This is why we say the future of internet. That's what ONPASSIVE is, right? The future of internet, not the future of the internet. The future of internet. There's a difference between the two. And so I said, when people start to put the pieces together, it's just going to blow their mind as to the unlimited possibilities in ONPASSIVE, right? If you can think it, you can actually achieve it in ONPASSIVE. There's no doubt about that.
I love that you brought up the clean and clear, data, real product, clean product, and accessibility. Let's bring back the point years ago when our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufarad, talking about new website every day, new look, fresh look every day. A lot of people may be questioning, why does ONPASSIVE changing the new theme every single day? Let's connect those 2 points together. There's meaning behind everything that ONPASSIVE does. There's value behind everything that ONPASSIVE does. Now, could you help the viewers really bring up the point of new website every day and new update, new themes every week that we're doing? What we are doing right now, ONPASSIVE doings right now, it's literally laying that foundation.
Yeah, absolutely, Julia. And it's about reachability, right? You're trying to reach the maximum amount of people that's possible. When people just think of yourself, when you go to a website, Is it something that you go back to again and again and again, right? Is there a reason to go back to it? How often do you go back to a single website? When you go there, is your brain stimulated, right? Or you're just there, okay, yeah, done, and then you move on to something else, and you never come back, right? Can you imagine going to a website and, okay, yeah, this is interesting. And, for whatever reason, you went back the next day and it's like, oh, this is different. And you go back the next day, right? So now the third day, you go back. And again, you see a different site. Like, it's going to blow your mind, right? As a visitor, it's going to blow your mind, right? Put yourself in the position of that person visiting that website, right? And the appeal, the attractiveness, okay? How it's going to pull that person in to engage them, right? So that they want, maybe I'll take action, right? Take action doing what? Just creating a free account, right? Because you know what? This is stimulating my mind. It's making me think, right? It's giving me that warm, fuzzy feeling, right? So I want to explore more, right? I'm not saying that the person is going to buy and say, here's my credit card, or none of that. We're just saying now you're starting to engage with that person, you're connecting with them, okay, so that a relationship can be developed. And this is being done automatically. This is not you calling the person, say, how are you, da, da, da. This is who I am, nice. None of that stuff. The system is designed to be able to pull the visitor in, and the visitor comes in now the visitor starts to engage, right? Once they get that free account set up, right? And then when they get back there now, Julie, what they start to see, right? Again, it's going to pull them into a particular direction, right? To help them decide, is something here that you like? Is there something that you would like to have, whether it's free, whether it's paid, right? Because you want to start to nurture that relationship with that individual. And so they'll be able to see that, let me go back to that site again. Curiosity, Julie, just that alone. Let me see if there's actually a different site, the fourth day, the fifth day, and so on. Wow, this is crazy. Every day I come back, it's a different website. And it's an engaging website. It's not a boring site. It's not like, it's just blah, blah. No, right? As we can see, especially the one today, and there have been others, right? It's not like there's one or two. There's been quite a few of them, that's like just pops out. It's like, wow, right? And that's what's going to happen. It's going to create a buzz, and it's going to help the business go viral. That's your business, Julie. That's my business. That's our business, right? To go viral, okay? And produce what we're all looking for. All these things are coming together just as it should, right? Because ONPASSIVE is just brilliant. It is brilliant. The CEO is brilliant. His family is brilliant. The staff that we have are brilliant. We're surrounded with brilliance, right? And that's a good thing to have, Julie, because we couldn't afford brilliance. Okay, maybe your brilliance and my brilliance, maybe we could afford that. But everything as in its totality, right? Simply amazing. So people need to understand how the different pieces come together to provide what it is that we need to have that longevity, that sustainability, Julie, that's going to be here for generations to come, so that you don't have to think about money ever again. Okay, that's the bottom line, right? But in order for that to happen, though, Julie, you have to have the right pieces in place. You can't just slap something together and 90 days up here you go. It takes time for these things to happen, because we're talking about something that's going to be here long term. We're not talking about something that's going to be here for a few months or even a few years. Oh yeah, I made a few bucks, okay, on to the next. No. Okay, when someone has a career, okay, we're talking, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. We're not talking about, oh yeah, how long was your career? Oh, 2 years. Like, that's not a career. That's just a hobby. Like, you're just passing through. You know what I mean? But when you make a career of something, and that's exactly what people will do with ONPASSIVE, they will make a career of it. So someone says, well, what do you do? Right? And, ONPASSIVE is going to be what it is that you're doing, right? As to how you branch off with that, whether it be into other businesses, et cetera, right? That's a different story, but it's going to be the main scope. It's going to be the main thing that's helping you get to where you're trying to get to in life. And it's, see, now I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it, Julie, because this is great. Like, this is, wow, this is great.
I'm literally holding my tongue while you're talking. It's because everything that you say, it's like, yes, 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 and you brought up the point where you said our business is going to become viral. It's going to be viral. Now, let's just focus on the numbers really quick, okay? The last time that we were in the meeting with our CEO, Mr. Ashmofar, he had mentioned that at this point, this is probably about a month ago, 2.6 million users already in ONPASSIVE. Now, let's just take, being very conservative, 2 million of those were decided saying that, I've connected with ONPASSIVE. I love it. I use the product, I test the product, and I love the product, and I'm making money. I'm going to decide to become a reseller of ONPASSIVE products. Now, 2 million with what ONPASSIVE is currently doing, and 2 million people around the world saying, I want to become a reseller. I want to make this as my new career. That is viral, because you can have 2 million people talking about ONPASSIVE worldwide, globally. I mean, right now we are in 200 countries. Serious, this is like, at this point, we already know that it is viral, Michael.
But you know what, Julie? You know what spreads even more than an affiliate spreading the word? A satisfied user. Yes. Right? A satisfied user, right? When you use something, this is why, we have, we know when you go buy a plane ticket or book a hotel and so on, there's different engines that you can use, right? Whether it's, booking.com or Agoda, whatever, right? And every time you use them, they always want a review, right? They always send you an email, can you review, how was it, right? Because they know a satisfied user or customer or client, right? That, that is worth gold, right? That is worth gold, okay? And that's what's going to happen with ONPASSIVE. You're going to get, millions upon millions of satisfied users, and they will spread the word. They will say, you know what? I used to use this email provider. I'm now using this because, wow, I can't believe I can do this with it, right? Oh, you know what? I used to use this webinar platform, but also now I'm using OConnect, and oh my gosh, I can't believe, and they start listing off the features that they love, right? That's what's going to happen. Then others are going to see, really? Okay, you like it that much? Okay, let me come and test drive it. Let me come and check it out. And more are going to be doing that. And that's what's going to go viral. It's the satisfaction that users will have from the products that ONPASSIVE has provided, right? And this is why the products then have to be the top, right? They have to be the best of the best, because that's the experience you want the users to have. So you can't just grab it, slap it up, and up, here you go, let's go sell. Oh, when are we going to sell? When are we going to sell? You just can't rush it, right? I know our CEO loves good food, right? And so when you're putting together a good meal, you just can't rush it, right? You can't rush it, right? You have to take your time, put it together so that whoever you're preparing that meal for, you want them to be like, wow, you want them to be blown away. And if they're not blown away, you know what? I'm going to provide something else, right? So go to a nice restaurant. Oh, you know what? The people that weren't blown away, okay, I'm going to take you to even a better restaurant. Okay, that didn't impress you. Okay, I'm going to take you to an even better. You understand? That's what you want. You want that satisfaction, because that is worth millions upon millions of dollars. Okay, satisfied users, satisfied customers, satisfied clients, right? You go buy a car, same thing. Here you go. Hey, hope you're enjoying your new vehicle. Can you take, 5 minutes, whatever, to complete the survey, blah, 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 right? They want satisfied users at every stage, not just the end stage, right? Maybe you spoke to a rep on the phone and they're telling you, well, how did the rep do? Did they meet your expectation? Blah, 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 right? That's the world that we're living in today. And that is what's going to make OnPassive go viral, is satisfied users. It's coming, Julie.
Absolutely satisfies users. Also, we need to bring up the price point, right? You said I used to use this. I pay this much, and now today I use OConnect, and it cost me this much. Price point is also important.
Absolutely. Pennies on the dollar, right? Think about that. Think about going from, well, okay, and I'll use a real life example. Okay, you have property insurance. Okay, so you're paying whatever, thousands of dollars for your property insurance, and it comes up for renewal. So now you have your broker get some quotes. Okay, and you see that, okay, well, I used to pay, I don't know, $5,000 a year, let's say. And then all of a sudden now you can get it for $4,500. So $500 difference. Most people are going to make that switch. Most people will, right? $500 a year. Think of what an extra $500 a year could do for you, right? So you used to pay $5,000 a year for this service. You still have the same service, but it's a different provider, and their cost is $500 less, right? It's like, I don't know if you ever see those commercials where, oh, this person got this hotel, right? And they paid $250, and so-and-so got the same hotel, right? But they paid like, $50 less or $100 less or whatever, right? Okay, it's the same idea, right? No one's gonna pay, if it's the exact same thing, why would I pay $5,000 instead of paying $4,500? It's the exact same thing, same service, same everything, right? Well, why would I spend an extra, am I trying to give them a $500 tip, right? If they deserve it, sure, but chances are, they haven't done anything for you to deserve that, right? So therefore, people are gonna make that switch. So I'm using, this particular webinar platform, I'm paying thousands of dollars a month. All of a sudden now I can come over here and it's costing me pennies on the dollar. It's more cost effective. Thank you very much, right? So there's so much that go into it, Julian. This is why we keep saying the company knows what it's doing, right? For those who think they have no clue, they're just flying by, hey, that's okay. Have you done this before? No, you haven't. Right? So the company knows what they're doing. All the pieces have to come together to make that wonderful meal, right? A wonderful meal. 5-course, 7-course, whatever course you want, it's going to be there and people are going to love it. And that's what's going to sell. It's the experience, right? It's the satisfaction, as I said earlier. That's what's going to sell, and that will just drive this business viral. Okay, don't worry about being no marketer and all this other fancy stuff. Okay, leave that to the techie people. Leave it to the people who, yeah, that's their thing. They know how to market, and we have some of those, right? But the majority of people, they don't know nothing about that, right? But they can share a word. They can express their feelings. Right? Everyone can do that. They can say, yes, I'm a satisfied customer because of X, Y, and Z, right? That's what people can do, Julie. They can't put together campaigns and all this. They can't do that. They think they can, but they can't, right? The majority of people, though, can say, you know what? I use this and man, whew, it's just amazing, especially this feature or that feature, right? They don't even need to have 10 features, Julie. They will, but they don't even need to have that. Usually it's like 1 or 2 things that you're in love with a particular product or service that you're excited about, right? Here in OnPassive, we're going to exceed that. There's going to be more than 1 or 2 features.
Absolutely, Michael. I feel like we can talk about this all day because first of all, we are excited about what's coming, but our conversation today really hoping to help everyone who are looking for a place to be, who are looking for the opportunity, who is looking for the tool and the services. We all know that you can unlock your business potential with OnPassive. You know, everything that OnPassive is doing is truly focusing on the values, how we are giving to the world. You know, we are automated, innovative, elevated, and we're ready to go launch our business. And hopefully all the points that we are sharing here with you today welcome you to OnPassive, because that's where it is. And that's when we say OnPassive is your next level of success.
Absolutely,
Agree with
Julie.
that statement?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. It just is. Right. If people just sit back and think about what it is that you really want out of life, what is it that you're looking for? What are you searching for? What would you like, your life to be? Right? What are some of the things that you want to do? How are you going to go about doing that? How are you going to accomplish any of that? Right? And so we say OnPassive is that one stop. It's going to provide what, if you are a company, right? It's going to help you.
Absolutely.
Right? If you are an individual, it's going to help you. If you have a business, it's going to help you. If you don't have a business, it's still going to help you. Right? People from all walks of life, right, are going to be serviced by OnPassive. OnPassive is going to have something for everyone. Okay, so that's why we say it is for everyone, and that's everyone everywhere. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Okay, doesn't matter your background, all of that. But if you're looking for a home, if you're looking for to improve your finances, right? If you're looking for more cost-effective ways to conduct your business, right? If you're looking for the latest AI technology, right? OnPassive has it all, Julie, right? That's why it is a one-stop shop. That's why it is the future of internet. That's why we continue to grow to new heights and new tops, because OnPassive is it. Right? It's it. There's just nothing else. Right? So whatever it is that you're looking for out there, we have a home for you in OnPassive. So get in. Right? Get in. You're going to have products that's going to help you to create a career, one that is fully automated, one that's going to assist you every step of the way, one that's going to guide you, is going to help you no matter what your tech knowledge is, no matter how internet savvy you are. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, OnPassive is about real people. OnPassive is about helping real people. Okay, and so just continue to pay attention. Right, pay attention. It's not going to harm you. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to take anything from you. Okay, but it's going to help you be a better person. It's going to help you be the best version of yourself going forward, period. Right? That alone is enough. That alone is enough. Okay, but yet there's more. Okay, there's more.
Absolutely. There's so much more, everyone. We both appreciate you very much for coming in here and join in our conversations by liking or commenting on this conversation. OnPassive is all we need. It's all done for us. It's a done deal. And as our CEO said, you can drink water, you can be in OnPassive. So let's go to onpassive.com to see more information. Please remember to check out the blog. Oh God, so much information in our blog page. And then also our social media, in all social media across the board. You find OnPassive everywhere.
Don't forget the YouTube channel, Julie. Those videos are amazing. All right.
Yes. Also, just a reminder, the contest is still going on until August 6th. So good luck, everyone. And thank you so much for being here with us. Any last words?
Yeah, I'll just remember, that, while we do this live, we try to do it every Monday as best as our schedule can accommodate it, right? But there are other platforms. There's other great places to get wonderful information. Robin Lynn Live, for example, is one such place. We know Red has his live, and Marty DeGarmo has his live, and Chris Johnson has, there's so many, places that people can get quality information in on passive. Folks, get ready, As our CEO likes to say, get ready for the greatest shape of your life.
Absolutely, Michael. I'm so glad you brought those lives up. And also, there are throughout the day, comfort. I mean, the Empowerment Network platform. There are, obviously, you've mentioned Rob Lynn, Red, Marty, Chris. And then there's, throughout the day, if you are in ONPASSIVE, you get access to all of those, right? All you got to do is just, look up. It's everywhere. It's throughout social media. So thank you for bringing that up. Thank you everyone for being here with us. It's important. We are ready for the new level of success, and we are ready to make difference in everyone's life, with people that come across our life every day. So roll up your sleeves and just be happy. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. Have a blessed Monday, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.